So the Fizz fam are going to show us exactly how they managed to get from that picture on the left hand side until now, right? In the last, 8 or 9 years, this is how they have manifested their dream life, and we can do it too. So finally they're going to come clean on how they managed to pimp their kids out and earn riches in order to get their dream life. I'm sure that's going to be the contents of the video, isn't it, Darren? Exactly. So I can't wait to find out exactly how they managed to accomplish this. So without further ado, let's go and take a quick gander at what they actually said. I mean, it should be, we pimped our kids out for money, the end. But apparently not. It was a 42-minute video. I am going to condense it into a little bit shorter than that. So let's have a little look at this one then.
If you'd have told us 10 years ago that this beautiful paradise that we're in right now would have been our lives in 10 years' time, we wouldn't have believed you. But gradually, we've taken stepping stones to create our absolute dream life. So in today's video, we're really excited to get to share with you each single one of those and a few little tricks that we learned along the way.
Also, some people would say this is magic, so we're going to share all the secrets with you in this video. First things first, we need to get some supplies. We're now going to be going shopping. I'm going to take you along, Fizz fam.
So I'm going to spare you the details, but they went on a shopping spree for supplies because they got to show us how to buy for the purposes of manifesting this new life, right? So it was supplies for books and magazines and boards and all sorts of things, right?
Yeah. So we're going to be creating vision boards. I think this is the most fun way ever to try and create the life of your dreams. And
that's right, guys, it's vision board time. You thought that this was going to be something really unique and insightful, but really the way that they managed to get the life that they have now isn't through pimping their kids out. Oh no! Oh no, it's not. You thought it was, but it was not. In fact, it was by manifesting their life by doing a vision board. And that includes just putting things on a board about what you want in your future and things like that. And then it happens. It doesn't happen by pimping your kids out for money. No, no, no. It happens by just manifesting those things that you want. Just watch this. She has a great many insightful ideas.
Vision board basically is a collection of images and also other little things. It could be like tickets to a location, or it could even be checks, which we'll tell you about later. And it's just a visual representation of what you want your life to look like. And it helps your brain, like your subconscious and your conscious, focus on where you want to go, what you want. And it can also cover lots of different areas such as health, relationships, travel, money, hobbies, career. Relationships also covers family. Like if you want a baby, you can put babies on your vision board. If you want to travel.
Oh, but you did though, didn't you? I bet originally you put babies on your vision board, and in fact YouTube gave you babies, right? You got babies, you filmed them for money, and that's how you got other things in your life. It all makes sense now. Babies on the vision board and you're set for life. Only if you pimp them out, obviously.
You'll put loads of different places you want to go in the world. If you want, I don't know, you want to get really nice teeth and have dental work, which is what I want to put on my board this year. You could put a picture of a really nice pair of teeth. You can put clear skin on there. A woman with really long hair. You could put a Rolls Royce on there.
Before we go any further, guys, we have to remember that the reason they have their dream life right now isn't because they manifested it. Oh no, they actually used their children for money, which got them the things that they needed to buy, which allowed them to travel to places, which allowed them to live in nice areas and big houses and all sorts. And in the dream life that they currently have right now could not have happened if it hadn't been exploiting their children for money in all the ways possible.
I feel like every single other time that I've made a vision board, I have had like a slight bit of a plan or slight goals, but I've kind of just like looked through the magazines and saw like what inspired me, and that is a really good way to do it. But this time I want to be a bit more tactical with it. So first of all, I'm starting off just writing a really long list. I'm going to try and write 100 things that I just want. Like it can literally be anything and I'm not holding back. Like it could even be like smaller things. Like for example, I want waist length, all natural hair. So that's like one goal, or it can be like monetary goals or just places I wanted to travel to, or you know, having like, this one's like a super long-term goal, but one day I'd love to have my own clothing line, which is like unique and solves some sort of issue. Maybe it could be for petite women, maybe it could be, I'm not sure, but just random ideas.
Yep, that sounds super relatable, guys. You too can manifest your own clothing line. Obviously you can, you know, you can actually get your own clothing line. It's not like an impossible dream. You just gotta have to the will to go and get what you want, right? To a certain degree. Not everybody can, obviously, but the point here is that she has been brought up in a certain way to not really be that grounded. You know, she's been pimped out herself. She can have whatever she wants because at the end of the day, the entire channel was built on her for the most part. But I feel like a clothing, yeah, it kind of comes with being in her position to be able to do that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know.
It doesn't have to be something which I know I'm going to start working on straight away, and then I'm going to go through and choose like which are the most like imminent sort of goals that maybe I'm going to try and achieve in the next year, and then decide on those goals and then try and find photos for them. So I'm going to be a bit more tactical this time.
Good plan.
The one thing that I notice about this video here, and this goes alongside a lot of other families, certain other families that do similar sort of things, is why do they all have to do it as a collective? Right? If you're doing a vision board, if you want to do a vision board, just do one. You don't have to wait for your family to do it. You don't have to wait till the camera's on to do it. You don't have to wait until everybody wants you to do it. You just do it. If that's what you want to do, just do it, right? I mean, the younger ones should be doing sort of activities like this anyway, just in general, right? Like the younger two, they should be doing like crafting sessions, which is kind of like what this is. They should be doing that on a daily basis, really.
A lot of books out there, Fizz. I can go and show you which talk about vision boards and all of the kind of philosophy behind the law of attraction or manifesting, creating your dream life. One of them is actually this very trendy coloured orange book by Roxy Nafusi. This is quite a modern interpretation talking about manifesting. She actually talks about vision boards in here, and there's all little steps you can take. The number one step was set the scene, so I set the scene with some dates. Because it's very nice and tasty to chew on them. But over here we've got some other, because some of the best books on manifesting are the ones which are very, very old, and they're like classic books, absolute classics. So a lot of you have probably heard of this one, The Secret. This one is very, very good. There's a lot of stories in here, and I really get like the stories in here are like how people have had success with like vision boards and manifesting things. So that's a very, very good one.
Now, manifesting is, you know, it's not for everybody. Some people think it works, some people don't think it works. I'm not here to judge, right? I personally think that if you put something on a board, even if you don't think that it's going to happen, that it might happen, it could, because it kind of seeps into your soul, if you like. I don't know. Anyway, you might not believe in it, so I'm going to shut up now.
So we have lots of other books which are like business books and personal development, but these are the ones that really focus on how you can create your dream life and you can like master the universe and the laws of attraction.
One of my favourite authors here as well, Dr. Benjamin Hardy, Be Your Future Self Now.
Yeah, that's very good.
This is the #1 book I recommend, actually.
Yeah.
So that is exactly what like the key to these types of things is. In terms of, if you're anything like me, when I first heard the idea of these types of things, and you look at this stuff and it's like, oh, people put a picture of a yacht on a pin board, like that's obviously not going to happen, it's really stupid. And that's because you feel like it's out of your reach. So the point about Be Your Future Self Now is the whole concept of like fake it till you make it. It's actually identify with the best version of yourself. So it's like when you've got a cookie in front of you and a banana in front of you, you just think, what would the healthiest version of me do? Yeah. So all these things.
See, I don't entirely think that they're talking crap, right, for the most part of the video. It's just the fact that they claim that this is how they got the life that they have. because they manifested it. That's not entirely true. In fact, it's not true whatsoever. It's not even close to being true. The way that they got their money was by using their kids for money, and that's how they got the dream life that they have now. So for them to claim that anything else is just ridiculous.
Are identifying with the best version of your future self. So it's like, say like Sienna's looking at those clothes. She could be like, what would the really smart version, you are very smart, but what, you know, if you weren't, let's just say, what would the very smart version of me wear? And then, you know, that's the way that you can make it, still it's part of you, but it's just you're tuning into that, like the best version of you.
Can I just say something about riches in terms of money? I just feel like the universe is full of abundance, and if you tap into it, like, you can have anything you want. But the thing is, most things on my vision board, like the travel, the dental work that I want to have, the hair, anything, a lot of them do actually, like all the hobbies I want to try this year, a lot of them do actually require having money. So that's why we shouldn't ever feel like money is a bad thing, because it actually gives you opportunities to have the tools to live the dream life you want.
And how did you get said money, Georgie? How did you get the money to enable you to do these things? That's right, your children. You pimped your kids out, you got the money, you got the dream life, and the money allows you to do things that you want to do, right? She's actually admitting it here. Well, not about the kids thing, but we all know that she pimps out her kids, and she's admitting that she needs the money in order to do the things that she wants to do.
And you can also use money to help other people. And I think that brings me on to the next point. On your vision board, when you're asking for things, you could also be saying, I want this, but what am I going to do for other people or for the world to be able to get this?
Absolutely.
So like Mia, for instance, you could say, I want to have £5 million and I want to travel the world. But then you could draw a picture of 10 books that you're going to create, and that is how you can achieve that as well. You don't always have to know how you're going to get it, but sometimes writing things on there, like me putting I want to create a dream fragrance brand, that can actually then can be the stepping stone of how I'm then going to be putting something out in the world to get stuff back.
And 10 books which you create which impact the lives of 5 million people, which brings in the £5 million, which enables you to travel and have a very like extravagant life, but you're putting the energy out there which you're receiving back. So you're putting good out there and receiving it back. It's one of the important like psychological things about this in terms of whether you believe it's possible or not. You don't need to believe it's possible, because your subconscious does not know what is real and what's not. Like when you watch a horror film, you experience the same emotions as when you went as if going through that for real, even though like consciously you know you're looking at a screen. So you don't need to like believe that these are possible. You don't need to think, how can I do that? You just keep filling yourself with like those images and staying on track, and you do have to put effort in. So this isn't the type of thing of where, you know, you just do all these pictures on a pinboard and then you keep scrolling TikTok and never taking any action.
And what action did you take, Darren? What action did you take? Pulled out the camera, scrolled TikTok and uploaded a few clips onto TikTok, didn't you? Pretty much the same thing as you're saying not to do, isn't it? But you're pimping out your kids, obviously, so that's it's okay then to scroll TikTok in order to do that.
Definitely have to take action steps, but before you know it, things start changing. You have to actually acknowledge that things have changed, because like I remember one of the first vision boards, obviously we had started YouTube and we had a goal of that we really eventually, like we've been doing it for about a year, and we had a goal of that we wanted to be able to earn £40 a day so that we could try to pay for our food and rent and bills with that money, because we were living in a little flat and we were trying to hope that we could have enough money to be able to do that.
So confirmation right there that they were actually skint and brokies before they started pimping their kids out for money. And it's in fact their kids that have paid for their lifestyle, because before that they didn't come from money. No, they were struggling to pay for rent and food and everything else, but their kids came to the rescue.
And then we had a picture of a 100,000 subscriber plaque, and like all of those things, life moves really fast, especially when you've got children.
I'm sorry, but your manifesting the 100,000 plaque did not make it actually happen, did it? No. It is in fact your children that made it happen. And you do actually mention your children there. Life moves fast when you've got kids. And when you've got kids, it enables you to get 100,000 plaques for YouTube as well, doesn't it?
Just forget it all, but you have to acknowledge like the changes that have taken place as well. So as much as you make new goals to work towards, you really have to be mindful of where you are in the present as well.
Yeah.
And always focus on what's good.
Can I show you?
Always focus on what's good and look for the good in your life.
Well, talking about vision boards, other things you can do in your house is putting other objects around. For instance, Darren, you've been putting like you've got a Rolex car key. What are they called?
Yeah, Georgie bought me a Rolls-Royce key fob for the keys. But to be honest, even just the fact we drive a Land Rover is just like really unbelievable to me in terms of myself from 10 years ago. So although this sounds incredibly far-fetched and like out of this world, I don't know, like never say never, because anything's possible.
A Rolls Royce, it may happen. It could happen, Darren. But you know what actually could also happen? Yeah, you could actually buy it now though, couldn't you? Do you not think? How much does a Rolls Royce cost, guys? Comment down below if you know more about this than I do. A quick Google search suggests it costs anywhere between 103 or 400,000 pounds. Obviously, I don't know how much they've got in the bank, but I'm sure they've earned a lot more than that over their lifetime. They could probably afford one, or at least a second-hand one, I would imagine. Isn't that right, Darren? You've probably got that in the bank, haven't you? Wasting it away at the moment on these rental properties that you have at the moment. If only you had some foresight into buying an actual property, and you could maybe, like, you know, have something to retire on. But as things stand, with you having no assets at all, your kids don't have any inheritance, do they? Not only are you not paying them, likely, but they don't have any inheritance either. Sad, isn't it? Sad.
Realised for basically for the last 5 years we haven't had all of our medals and trophies on display, and I just realised that we'd kind of forgotten about it, and we were missing out on what we've achieved. So we've just moved into this house, and now we've got it all on display.
They've got an actual trophy cabinet. An actual cabinet with trophies in it. A glass cabinet with a walk-in trophy cabinet, in actual fact. Oh, that's so sad. I'm sorry, it's so sad. And it's full of all their plaques for YouTube. Oh, I kind of feel sorry for them if that's all they've got going for their lives. You know.
Got it out of storage, dusted it all off.
So that original, like the silver plaque that we wanted, we got that, and then we got multiple other ones as well. And then of course we also got the gold one going on there as well.
I think you should really celebrate all your victories, like big and small.
I put an alarm on that thing, actually. You know, people might come in and try and take off with one of your awards, right? Or in fact, if you can't afford an alarm, maybe at least put a creaky floorboard in front of it.
And for us, this is probably one of the most amazing achievements we ever had, because thanks to you, Fizz fam, and YouTube, the YouTube platform, it's given us this amazing opportunity in life to share what we believe in, to share our family, and just to be able to have an online community. And because of that, like, it's amazing. I also think going vegan really helped us as well. Like, opened up loads of doorways for us in life.
Well,
it
made us
us
really
feel passionate and healthy.
To enable the collection of all of these. Yeah. This was only over the course of like 1 to 2 years. This was like a period, you can see when this was.
Yeah.
Like 2012 to 2013 is all of those medals.
And trophies.
And all these trophies.
Yeah, and also
plaques.
I'd say that making YouTube videos, going vegan, and then also getting into fitness really helped develop our characters, and I think that was just like an amazing thing. Like, it opened up doorways, opened up new avenues in life. So I feel like another good way to create the life of your dreams, so obviously with vision boards, believing in yourself, but start some new hobbies, try something different, because then it'll open new doors. It opens up, like, if you keep doing the same thing, you feel dissatisfied. Try something new. And for us, it was like we started running, and then we met other people, we did other things. So maybe on your list of things that you want to do in 2025, maybe one new like hobby or avenue you could write on your list.
Then I have these little surprises for everyone, which I got off of Amazon. Blank checks.
Oh,
take one. So these say Bank of the Universe, and so
I love that.
you'll take one, Karma.
What are they?
It's where you write down an amount of money that you're trying to get as a goal.
Wow. Jim Carrey did this, didn't he?
Yeah.
Apparently he
Yeah.
wrote it out and then he actually did achieve what he wanted.
Absolutely.
That's a really good story.
Yeah,
It kind of feels a bit wrong, these having to write down a monetary value. How much would they like to make? Darren, do you want to go first? How much would you like to make? How many millions is it? Very relatable content, this, by the way. Right? We can all do this. We can all write down a figure, like £50 or whatever. Right? But these have to aim a little bit higher because they already have as much as they want or what they need from pimping out the kids.
I popped it on mine.
Wow, look at that. That's really good, Carms.
Again.
Well done. Do you want to talk us through it, what you've got on it?
Yes, so
Yeah?
this is a little lady with a green dress, what I like.
Yeah.
And then I also like
What,
her
because
hair.
like you like her hair, yeah?
Yeah, and I like
Okay.
her dress. And then
And
I've
the
got
And
this dog what Carl gave to me.
Okay.
I do like it. And then I gave you that. It's got
And-
pictures of mountains and the sea and some roses.
That's pretty,
rosy
yeah.
flowers. And then I've got this lady, I really like her jewellery and her hair.
What's this
Well,
one underneath? That looks like some sort of business.
I just put
Negotiation.
those men underneath. And then the
Any thought behind that one or no?
No.
No? Okay. Okay, well done.
I just put it random and then I put these sweets on, I showed you.
Yeah.
Because I would like them. And then Sienna gave me this
Oh
cottage.
yeah, nice.
And I put my
It's like travel.
euros.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And that funny thing what I showed you.
Right,
And
1,000
nice-
euros?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I gave that to Carl.
So Karma's aim, she's only like 6 or something like that, but her aim is to get 1,000 euros. Now, Darren, don't hold back here at all. Tell her she already has 1,000 euros in her bank account right this very minute. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Darren? You've got savings accounts for your kids for all the appearances they make on your TV show. Isn't that right? So she has a lot more than 1,000 euros, guys. She has like hundreds of thousands, I'm sure of that. Because there's absolutely no way in God's given earth that these are not going to have savings accounts to pay their kids back for all the wages that they owe them.
Guys,
Come on.
yeah,
I do really like this.
These are both actually
Wow.
in France. I love this one. I like houses that look very old-fashioned and I love with a lot of space around them. I'd actually rather have a bigger grounds than the bigger house, but we've realised for our family, if we want to have the house we live in at the moment, I absolutely love it and so grateful, but we don't actually have any room for guests, any extra space
Mum.
for, like, if Co and Carmen want their separate
Mum.
rooms. So
Look, that's down.
I know that. I wouldn't put that on there if that wasn't going to be Dad. That'd be really out of order. But yeah, so I'd love a house there's enough space for there to be like a gym, to have rooms for guests, to just literally, so we have like, I don't know, it would just be really amazing. So, and I just love all of the greenery around the house and the sea view. And I also quite like this one as well, in the countryside. And
Again, it feels very like they've already done this, you know. She's manifesting wanting this amazing big house with all these acres of land and everything. But at the end of the day, they don't want that, right? They don't want to settle down in a house. They don't want to buy a house. They don't want all the good things that they want. They don't want it. They just want to keep moving around because they can't settle down. They've got like itchy feet or ants in the pants and stuff, right? That's what they've got. So they're never going to settle down. They're never going to get that house because they could have had it 3 million times out. Well, not 3 million times. That's a bit exaggerating, isn't it? They've had it, right? They've had all these houses. They could have had one in Costa Rica. They're having one purpose built for themselves, but they pulled out because of complications, whatever it was at the time. But yeah, it just feels like they're aiming for things which they've already had or could have had if they wanted to.
I've always wanted a walled rose garden, like, you know, the film Secret Garden.
a rose garden.
I'd love that. That's my childhood dream. And then, guys, I've got a Rolls Royce, and I'm going to cut out some very like old-fashioned, like luxury hotels. I'd love me and you to like go in a Rolls Royce this year and go to a luxury hotel, and then doing lots of like fine experiences, like watching concerts. I know we already do that at the moment, but I'd love to do more of that.
Mine is largely travel related as well. This is a lot from last year, but I've updated a few little things on there. So there's mainly things to do with like staying in places, different boat and plane experiences.
It just feels like they could actually just do those things, right? So you don't need to manifest these luxury holidays or boat trips or plane trips or holidays here, there and everywhere, because you can do it if you just want to. Just go into your bank account and just do it, right? You don't have to manifest, because that kind of takes away the manifestation of the manifesting, because manifesting is supposed to be something which is out with your reach, that you want to manifest to you in the future. But when it comes to just money, you've just got the money. It feels like you can just pop into your bank, get the money out, and off you go.
Then some little like token, I'm not really even into watches, but I just view it as a bit like a YouTube plaque that you get to wear. So it's like a symbol of the work that you've put in to achieve your life. So that's why I like that and what that represents to me.
He hasn't just admitted to that, has he? He likes his watches because he don't want to tell the time. Oh no, it's a status symbol, guys. So he wants a Rolex or whatever it is, right, to show that he's made a lot of money and he's wearing his worth on his wrist. That's all that is all about.
And then yeah, just loads of really nice places to travel to and stay, and lots of fun experiences. Some of the other steps sort of done in terms of transforming our lives is, this is our family mission statement. Now, those of you guys who have been watching us for years and years and years, you will remember that one of our, like, what year would that video have been? That was 2017, wasn't it? I remember when we actually did a video where we showed our family mission statement then, and we're still writing down the same thing now.
A family mission statement. It's very, like, boardroom-esque, isn't it? It's like their family is like a business. It's almost as if it's like a business, isn't it? Isn't that right, Darren? It is a business, your family. You've turned your family into a business. And now you are doing, well, you've been doing them for a while, but mission statements, which are typically for businesses, really. If you're doing a business plan or something like that for your business, and you do a mission statement, that's what that is usually for. But for them, nope, it is a family mission statement.
So a mission statement is basically like your core purpose and ideology that you live by, so it just helps you kind of stay on track. And so this is what is for all of us. So we are kind to ourselves and all other living beings. We love to attempt new challenges, and we learn and grow from each one. We get what we focus on, so we stay committed towards our goals, and we are here to make a difference, so we share happiness, hope and health with others every day.
Question is, are each individual family member allowed to have their own individual mission statement or goal or aim or anything to do with a family? Or is it has to all be a congregation thing, a collective, if you like?
And the third secret, Fizz fam, to the magic after vision boards and mission statement is affirmations. Now, I know this is something that us as humans, especially women, we have thoughts and like an internal dialogue that we always have constantly going on ahead, the way we speak to ourselves. And I feel like that's something that I personally have to really work on.
Men as well.
No, I said men as well.
Yeah, we all have to work on it.
I did say men, but I said especially women, especially to do with like how we look and how we talk about ourselves.
Right, I want to jump right in there, right? Because not only did she say it once, but she doubled down on what she said. So, especially women have an internal dialogue inside them, right? And especially women do. But she's not a man, so she can't really say one way or the other whether or not men do. And I don't feel like it's fair to say that... especially women, because it's both. It is both, and you don't know what the fuck we're thinking, right? Sometimes you're better off not knowing, honestly. But it just, yeah, it's not just you, Georgie. You're not special.
I mean, it can be to do, like, some people might say, oh, in their head you might have the internal dialogue like, I'm really, really dumb, or I
just
can't
saying
do
you're not
this,
capable
or
of something.
I can't do this, or life is just so hard, or I'm not lucky, or things like that. We all, like, it's something that we have to really, really work on as human beings. So one way to overcome that is actually to start doing affirmations, which are statements that you can say to yourself. You can repeat them to yourself. You could actually start trying to do it like for like 20 minutes in the morning while you're getting ready. But ideally you want to be trying to override those negative thoughts that you're having in your head, and like try and practice it throughout the day. So a positive statement you could say is like, I am beautiful, I am beautiful, I am perfect the way I am.
And include your name in it as well.
Yeah, like
I Georgie Fizz.
I am capable of anything. I, Georgie Fizz, deserve to have a really happy life. I, Georgie Fizz, have really long hair. I, Sienna Fizz, have really
Big guns.
Big guns, yeah,
No, you need to be specific though. You have to be careful, really think deeply
Large
about
muscles.
the wording. So maybe saying that is...
Oh yeah, saying
has
big guns is really
yes,
bad.
Yeah, don't say that, but you can say, I, Sienna Fizz, am really strong and can do any gymnastics moves that I want.
So yeah, we have learned now how to how to manifest their dream life, I guess. So if you have appreciated this, please give it a massive thumbs up, comment all of your thoughts about it down below, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and bye bye.